Morning, welcome back. I'm going to do a little bit of fertilizing today. I got this stuff here. I'm not going to do like a heavy fertilizer where I use like the granular fertilizer here. I put that in the ground before I plant something. I like to use this stuff here. This is, as you can see, Dr. Earth. It's a liquid, kind of an all-purpose vegetable fertilizer. And it is apparently got a cancer warning. I feel like everything has a cancer warning, but you can do one of two things. You can put it directly into the soil and then water it in later, or you can put it in a watering can. It says 8 pumps per gallon of water. I like to put it in a watering can, and then just water. You can kind of foliar feed with it, or you can just water the soil with it around the base of the plant. I have my watering can here. It's a 2 gallon, so this is going to need 16 pumps of this. And so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and put it in. Well, once I get it started. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And this it's a 3-2-1. It's 3 nitrogen, 2 phosphorus, 1 potassium. And I think I'm also going to mix in this fish emulsion that I got from Rural King because my soil is pretty lacking in nitrogen. This is a 5-1-1. Fish emulsions are usually higher in nitrogen than anything else. I'm not going to put a bunch of this in, but I add a little bit just to give it a little more boost of nitrogen and to make everything smell even better. So we'll just put like maybe a tablespoon and a half or something like that in there. So now that is not going to water my whole garden, but it will water. I'll come back and make more and come back and make more. Obviously that's a pretty obvious statement, but just gotta fill it up. We can look at this little beetle here. I know this kind of stuff is kind of boring, but just trying to show you what I do when I'm fertilizing, the different things that I use. You don't have to do all this. You don't have to buy these types of fertilizers. You can make your own fish emulsion. You can make your own. You can make worm castings, worm tea. Oh, there goes that beetle. And you don't need to buy any of this stuff. I don't have any of that right now, so I buy it. I would like to have worms out in the garden. And I think I've talked about what I want to do before, but I just haven't done it yet. You can hear the blue jays. So I'm going to hit things that are most important right now, like the okra. I'm just going to water these. You can get on like a foliar feed, water the ground. Maybe it'll help this sad one here. This is just a little extra kick. So that'll give them a little bit of something. I'll water the tomato here. This tomato, it was getting attacked by a hornworm, but I caught it in time, and it is, as you can see, doing a lot better. So we'll water him. This tomato, I'm going to give him some, and since he's so tall, I'm just going to put it at the bottom, at the base. But this guy needs some serious help. He was also attacked by a hornworm, and those what I call silkworms, but they're not really silkworms. I don't think they're just a type of caterpillar. But it keeps blooming. But if you look, it looks pretty sad. And I had planted another Everglade tomato here, and it didn't come up. So I might try again, or I might stick a yellow pear tomato in there. Now, these beans right here need some serious help. That one's dead, but they need some serious help. So hopefully this will give them a little kick in the pants. Of course, as you can see, I get a lot of runoff because having sandy soil, it doesn't sometimes go right in, especially if it gets a little bit compacted. While we're out here, I can check to see if I've got any. Oh, let me give these tomato sprouts a little nutrients. And you don't have to necessarily do it directly on top of a plant. You can go around, because the roots are going to be coming out, you know. So you can kind of go around. I'm almost out, so I'm going to have to dump it from the back. There we go. You can kind of just go around, and this is especially true with trees. You don't have to dump fertilizer if you're going to fertilize trees directly onto the trees. You can, I mean, you can, but you can also go kind of around the, you can go kind of around the base of the tree, kind of to where the drip line would be, because the roots are going out. They're not just going down, they're going down and out. So that way they can, it also, when you do that, it kind of encourages the roots to move outward. You want them to move outward. You don't want them to just stay where they are. You want them to go out and down and get deep and search for their food. I'm looking for any female pumpkin flowers really quick so I can pollinate them. Got 3 pumpkins so far. I pollinated one yesterday, but I don't know if it's gonna take. Oh, there's one right there. That's always exciting. But see, there's one. You can see how big it's gotten. So all you got to do, like I've said before, snap a flower off, pull the petals back to expose the pollen, and just like that, and then come in with a female and pollinate, like make sure you get the pollen in the middle, and that's all it takes. And now that will grow. Let me see if there are any more. There's one. That one's growing. That's a male, that's a male, that's a male. I don't see any other female flowers down here. I don't think we have any more over here, so that's all for today. That one right there, that's gonna be a female. That one, I can't tell if it's been pollinated. I did not pollinate that one, so if it grows, it was pollinated by insects. So hopefully they did. This is the one that I tried to pollinate yesterday, but it had already kind of closed up, so I don't know if it was too late or not. Sorry for the fuzziness. I don't know if it was too late or not. So, but I figured it's not all the way closed up, so let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. So that's what I did. Now I'm going to make some more fertilizer. I'm going to fertilize these beans back here. I'm kind of doing an unintentional experiment. I have the beans up here that are really sad looking and struggling, and I don't know why. I really can't figure out why. I mean, that one's climbing, but it just, look at them. You know? Why is this camera being so weird? There. They just look yellowy, and like that one right there is dead. But they look they just don't look good. I'm assuming it's a nutritional thing. So that's why I'm hoping this liquid fertilizer will give them a kick. And with this liquid fertilizer, now the fish emulsion, it says to do it once a month. You don't want to do it too much because the fish emulsion is strong. And if you do it too much, it says it's non-burning, but if you do it too much, or if you do it incorrectly, it can burn the plants because it's very strong. It high nitrogen. Anything that's higher in nitrogen can burn plants if you don't do it right. Kind of like urine. But this stuff, really, you don't have to worry about that too much. It says to do it once a week. So if I'm going to mix the fish emulsion in, I'm only going to do that once a month. But 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But let's go ahead, add a little bit more of the fish emulsion in. Get some of those beans, and then we'll get some other things. That's good enough. Just a little kick. I don't want a whole bunch. I just want a little bit. Alright, so we gotta fill it up. Give me 1 second. Alright, back over here. I'm being lazy, just leaving it on the ground. Oh, look, there's that beetle again. Oh, there's more of them. Riveting, I know. Hope you didn't have to go to the bathroom, because you might have to now. Alright, good enough. Okay, so let's get the rest. But as I was saying, kind of an unintentional experiment to see if the beans, because where I grew beans last year was, if you remember, right over here where I had the black eyed peas, and I haven't decided what I'm putting in here yet. But that's where I had the yard long beans, or the snake beans, last year, and they did well. This year I planted some up there and they're not doing well, and I've planted some back here, and to me they already look like they're doing better. They look healthier. So, the ones that came up, that is. So, kind of a unintentional experiment here. Are the beans in the back going to do better than the beans in the front? And if that's the case, then either there's a microclimate back here that they like, there's a microclimate up there that they don't like, or both, or the soil may be a little bit better back here. I don't know, but we're going to find out. Now, I'm going to try to find anyways, the original roots of these pumpkin plants, because I'd like to fertilize them, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. There's one over here, I know that, so we'll give it a little shot right there. Here's one. Now you don't have to do it just like this. You can do it all along the plants, but I don't want to, I'm not going to have enough in this, and I don't want to, I'm going to be lazy and not, I don't really want to make more. So I'm just finding the original root, watering it with this. It's kind of like fertigation. And fertigation is something that I have contemplated. Fertigation is basically whenever you water something, you also fertilize it or feed it. So, but there are methods of doing that. Bear with me here. I'm trying to find the other ones. I don't know if I'm going to, because it's all a tangle now. So I'm just going to do the best that I can. But with these things having a root node all along the vine, you can water the entire vine. You see that one coming out right there? That's what I'm talking about. And you can water this entire vine. You could foliar feed this entire vine. You can go along the whole way and do it. So, you don't have to find the original root. I'm just doing that because, like I said, I don't feel like making any more. So, but yeah. And then right here, that actually is a garbanzo bean that I planted. We're gonna see what it does. That's not the first one I've planted, and they haven't really done anything. I don't know if they will really grow all that well here. I don't know if it's the time to grow them here. So there's a little bit left in there, and it's not going to do much, but I'll just empty what's left in there onto the cranberry hibiscus. But I don't know if garbanzo beans will even grow here. I don't know if it's the right climate. I don't know what, but we had a friend ask me to grow them, so I'm going to try. How's the soil? Let me show you. This is a pretty common knowledge if anyone is used to gardening, but if you're not, it might not be common knowledge to check the soil to see if it needs water. See on the top here, it looks like it's damp, and it may be damp the whole way down, but the top is probably damp because there's been dew on the ground, and it makes the top layer damp, but it may not be getting all the way down. So to check, just dig a little bit, dig several inches down, and it still looks wet. This does not need water right now. If you were to water this all the time, that's actually counterproductive. You don't want to water it all the time. Watering all the time, watering frequently, like if you watered every day, you're going to create very shallow, sickly root systems. So you don't want to do that. You want to water deeply and water, I don't want to say sparingly. It's not sparingly, but you don't want to water every day. You want to encourage the roots to search down for water. You don't want them to get used to there being water on the surface, and then they stay along the surface, and they're very weak. The plant's easy to knock over. They don't go down into the soil to search for nutrients either when you do that. So you don't want to water it every day if you can help it. Now, there are times in the heat of the summer here where it is so hot that I have to water every other day, and that's not as big of a deal. But even during the heat of the summer, I don't ever water every day because that's too much. It's not healthy for the root systems. Even if you think you know, if you think it might be, it's not. I had to learn that through trial and error. So believe me, don't water every day. But anyways, that's what I'm doing for today. I'm not doing anything else. But yeah, this stuff is pretty good. I bought this at Home Depot. If you need to buy some, you can get some. They have some that's actually, this is an organic, for organic use. It's OMRI listed, so it's for organic use. But if you want, they have one that says organic on it, and it has a little bit of other ingredients in it. They also have one that's specifically for succulents, so you can do that. And then, like I said, you can buy a fish emulsion anywhere. Home Depot, the big box stores have it. Your small nurseries will have it. But fish emulsions can get expensive. That one was not. I got it at, like I said, I got it at Rural King. It was not expensive, but it can be expensive. So you can make your own. I know David the Good's got videos of making your own fish emulsions. So you can do that. All right, let me turn it around so I'm not just talking, you're not just staring at the grass, but you can make your own fish emulsions. And like I said, David the Good's got videos, and there are other videos I'm sure on YouTube that you can find of how to make your own. You can make your own worm castings, you can make your own compost tea, all that stuff, so you don't have to go buy this stuff. I just don't have any homemade stuff available right now, so I'm buying that stuff. And then, like I said, I use this. I'll use a granular fertilizer when I prepare the ground to plant. So, but yeah, that's all for now. I'm going to water a couple more things, and then I'm going to call it a day. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and share this around, and I will see you all in the next video.